Hey guys, welcome back to Easel Does It Studio. My name is Michelle, and I have another new mold, and I'm looking at it, and I think it's defective. But we're gonna do it anyways, and we're just gonna see. Because something is just not jiving with the common sense of this. So let me get this few spots out of here. I mean, I just took it out of the bag, and I already got crap in my mold. All right. I'll probably have to clean it up again. But, all right. So, it is a moon face, which is kind of cool. And this is the back. And these are shelves that are going to go in here somehow. So there's 3 different shelves, 3 different sizes. Well, I guess two sizes. So these are just, you know, simple, plain, whatever. They're shelves. So this is the backing. And it does have the 2 cutouts so that you can hang it on the wall. So this is going to be the back. So it goes like this. So the moon is supposed to go like this. But they're supposed to line up in these brackets. There's a bracket here and a bracket here and a bracket here, but these, they don't, if I line them up, the moon is like that. But if I flip this over, this one lines up with this one. So it's, I don't know. So we're just going to go with it. I'm going to see what happens. I'm going to move these out of the way so I don't get powder all over them. So my thinking was I want to do this like a galaxy background. So I'm going to use some UV resin, and we're going to make, instead of making raindrops, we're going to make planets. And then I'm just going to sporadically, and that, there's like little things in my mold. And then we're just going to kind of sporadically use some of the chameleon powder. So I'm going to probably use some of the teal, some of the blue, the magenta, the grape, the galaxy, plum. I don't know. We'll just pick colors when we kind of get to that. So first off, I am going to, I have my UV light right here ready. So we're going to put that here. And I'm debating which resin I use. I think I'll just use the clear hard type. So I want like a big planet, maybe some little ones. I don't know. We're just going to put it on. We're going to see how it comes out. And we'll go from there. I don't know. So this part is going to be pretty easy. It's just going to be putting circles with the UV. And I'm trying to get them as round as I can. All right. And I'm just gonna kind of make some smaller ones because I don't know which ones are gonna show because this thing looks like it's messed up to me. All right, so let's start with that. Oh, yeah, you gotta plug them in if you want them to work, guys. You know, that's the tip for the day. If you want your light to work, you gotta plug it in. I'm just saying. So, and then I have these little holographic stars that I might put in. I don't know yet. I don't know. We're just going to kind of see. If not, I might use some of the glitter that I used on my my cat one. All right. So I'm not going to cure them all the way right yet. I just want them to be somewhat firm because I'm going to have to do both sides. And all right, so let's do, I'm trying to think in spots where, you know, maybe the, all right, I'm going to try making this one a lot less thick. I think I made those too thick. All right, let me get a different, let me get a rubber one because I don't want to scratch the mold. There already looks like there is some imperfections on there. Couple bubbles that I'm trying to pop, and I'm trying to get this round. Or as round as I can. All right. Let me spread these around. All right, now let's get this, another big planet. Because I was like, oh, what can I do for like a moon just to kind of give it a little something different. And then I'm like, oh, a galaxy. Now, I've only done these water droplets one other time, and that was on a frog, which came out amazing. I'm just trying to spread it. Seems thick again. So I will have to cure these from both sides. And I do not know how much resin this is going to take. I did not measure it first. All right, and then we'll do, So I got to do some on each side just because I don't know like where the shelves are going to be, what's going to show. So I definitely have to probably put more than I was originally thinking. How about if I try putting some in a little cup, and then I can use my dotting tool to maybe get some smaller dots. And let me get one that has like some sort of a ball on the end. So while that is curing, I'll work down here, and they'll probably start setting up, which is fine. All right, so let me do another bigger one here. So once I get one made, then I will have a better idea of you know, where I would need them. And this has already started to gel, so I just gotta just trying to make it round. And all right, I guess we're gonna just go with that. And I'm gonna flip this over and put the light on. And what I'll probably do is, while this is kind of curing, because I'll kind of flip it over because it's not going to fit through my light, so I'm going to have to flip it over. I will start working on this moon, and I'm thinking of using my gold chrome marker, and this is the fine tip, so I want this one for sure. So let me move this over here out of the way, and I'm going to put a paper towel down, just to make sure there's nothing underneath, so that I can just flip this over ever so gently. And we're going to put the light on the back, and let's start getting this in. So I'm thinking about, I don't know. I think I'm just going to do like a creamy, I don't know. I guess I'll have to see once I get all the little gold doohickey things in. And hopefully it works and I can paint them in. So I just got to prime it. There we go. All right, we've got it now. So I guess I'm going to start with his face. Because we're going to have to let this dry before I pour the resin. I thought the gold might just, you know, make it stand out a little bit more. And maybe we'll do, I don't know, we might use a chameleon something, I don't know. I will figure it out by the time I get there. So by putting this chrome marker in first, that paint will already be embedded into the resin. So we won't have to do a top coat or anything like that. And the way the light is glaring is I gotta like lift it up to see, to make sure I'm not missing any spots. I just figured this would be a little bit easier than adding mica powder to these fine little areas. So we wouldn't have as much cleanup. That's the plan anyways. So I know if this gets boring, guys, you can fast forward. Even though it hurts my algorithms. All right. My poor dog still got his cold. It's getting better though. All right. So I will try and figure out the fast forward on this part, guys, because it's going to take me a while. All right, so let me just kind of finish this section, and then I will check my planets here, and if those are dry, we'll get that one all colored, and then I can finish the rest of this off camera and then get my resin mixed up, and then we can come back to pour. So let me just... All right. So let me just move this to the side. I think that is going to look really, really good. All right. So let's... Okay. So now I'm just going to mix these colors. There's going to be no rhyme or reason. I'm going to open a little bit of blue, purple, the galaxy color. So I'm not going to have to worry about cleanup with this, the way I'm going to do this, because it's it's going to be a random kind of thing. And let me just make sure my brush is clean. All right. I am going to use a little bit of the champagne. Yeah, I think I'm going to use a little bit of the champagne just in some areas to kind of have a little bit of lightness to it. I don't know, I'm just thinking if I have like something around some of these to make them look more like a planet. I don't know. I don't know, guys. And let's see. So by doing something like this, you're not worried too much about making a mess and having a lot of cleanup. It's just you want to make sure you blend your two colors together. Wherever those are meeting, that you cover them together. And don't be really rough over your resin, your UV resin spots, because you can pop them off. And ask me how I know. And let's do some blue. And remember, you got to do around your little nubby things that stick up too, and your sides. Because if you have any clear, the black that we're going to back this in is going to show. I should look for a bigger brush. Let's throw some teal in here too. Just to kind of give... Ugh. And when you go into the wrong color, you just go put it somewhere else. You can just make it, you know, however you want. This is where you can have as much fun as you want. Just layering over and so we can go right over the other one and move that color around because it's the first color down that's going to show. I like doing these blended backgrounds because you don't have to worry about the cleanup. You just have to worry about if you got them blended good or not. All right, so let's get some of this pink down in here. This is the magenta one. And we'll see how the two pinks look next to each other. So I guess I'm not going to use the stars because I don't think it's going to show through because I'm going to use a black background. So yeah, but we can try another one later on with and add some stars and stuff because I do want to do another one of these like for Halloween. Kind of make it a little bit scary. Or try to. All right, so I think we are done. All right, I just want to make sure all my sides Just lightly going over just to make sure that if there's any uncovered silicone, that we get that covered. All right, so what do you think, guys? All right, so clean my brush off here. And I will go ahead and get my resin mixed up. I'm probably going to mix up 8 ounces just because I really, really don't know how much this is going to take. I'm assuming... All right, now I screwed up a cover somehow. This one. Hold on. Teal. Oh well. There we go. Okay. So I will move this aside. And I will go ahead and get this all finished in with the marker. Then I will make up my resin. That way that'll give that a chance to dry. And I think I'm going to do the golden. Let me see what other... Let me see what I have for glitters. All right. So really? Here we go. Butterfingers. No, I think I'm going to do either the golden or the champagne. I think will be the two that I think it's going to probably be the champagne because I think that would be more moon color. So once I get this all painted, then I will go in, I'll cover it with that, and then we'll be back to pour our pieces and hope and pray that it comes out right. Alrighty, guys, I'll see you in a bit. Alrighty, guys, so I decided to do the shelves the same as the background. And after I got the gold pen in, I just used the, oh, I can't even remember the color, the champagne, and did the moon. So I've got 8 ounces of resin mixed up. And we are gonna just color it black, and we are just going to pour. And it doesn't, only one thing fits on my heat mat, so I'm just gonna have to leave them to get tacky here, and then maybe move them to my heat mat. So yeah, I was hoping to be able to start another project, but these are not gonna, oh, actually, I'm gonna move my glass heat mat over here and see if I can at least get a couple pieces on there. All right. So let me just put this here, and let me see. Oh, crap. Well, I can at least start curing 2. And then once those get stiff enough, then I can, and I can move them to, I just really wanted to be able to do another project. Let me see if this cord is long enough. No. All right. So what I'll do is I'll probably pour those on camera. We'll see where we are with the amount of resin. And I might pour this one over on the other mat. That way there, if I want to come down and do another project, I can get another one started for you guys. All right, so I am just going to start pouring. Like I said, I don't have a clue on how much this is gonna take. I mixed up 8 ounces. I'm hoping that is enough. These are not very thick, but you never know. All right, let's see where we're at here. Holy smokes, I think this is gonna take almost the 8 ounces. And I know from previous experience that my shelves, I am not going to dome. I'm just going to bring them flat. All right. So, all right, let's start. We'll do this, and then if I know I'm going to have to make more. Yeah, so I think I'm going to have to mix up probably 4 more ounces. Alrighty, so I'm going to do that off camera, and I will come back for the demold, guys. Alrighty, guys, we're back. Hopefully these are done. These 2 right here are still warm, so I'm going to do those last. So I'm going to start with the little trays, and we'll just get these demolded, which these demold really well. I do have a hair in the back. Figures. Not seeing any, like, maybe a little trimming. Maybe just a little bit. Like I said, they're still pretty bendy, but I'm dying to see how this came out. And before I go to bed, I want to know. I do. All right. I will have to do some cleanup on my molds, but mean, there's a little bit of overage, but nothing major. And let me get this. Gonna need my knife for that little piece. All right, let me just grab a knife. I'm just giving the other ones a few seconds to kind of cool down. And just trying to cut away from myself because you guys don't need to be seeing no blood. All right. So let's get this one out. And I mean, at least these demold real easy, which is one of the pluses with doing things like this, as long as you don't over pour. Like, you know, I'm always trying to dome everything because I don't want to trim. But this is the part I'm dying to see. All right. Because I want to see if it looks like a galaxy or not. Yeah, so everybody in my house is in bed already, so I'm like, I can go down in my room and not have to worry about it. All right. Oh my gosh, are we ready? Are we ready? I can't even. Oh yeah, that kind of looks cool. Okay. Right here is a little thin, but I don't think that's gonna, couple little tiny air bubbles there, but they just look like little dots, you know, like the little planets that I put in. Okay, so let's move our little shelves over and let's see what our, oh, now this came out better than I had thought. So I'm just going to end up going over it again with my gold paint pen. I missed a spot right there. Let me get a piece of paper towel. It's almost like the mica powder. All right. So, oh, let's see. All right. So I've got to figure out. So I guess these are the pieces that this is supposed to stick into. So I'm going to have to put them upside down, I think. All right, so that one will fit there. And then see. So that goes there. And that goes there. And this one should line up here. All right. Let's see if we can do this without a major snafu here. So these go in, and then I think they slide over by the looks of them. Yeah, okay. And then let's poke this one. And then I'll end up taking this apart and just letting it harden up overnight. But I want to see. All right, hang on. I gotta trim something on this one here. All right. So, first one goes in. There we go. Now I'm going to slide them over. And it sucks because they're still bendy. There we go. Before I get too carried away here, I just want to make sure that these are, yes, they are lining up. Okay. But these have to go in backwards, which kind of stinks. This one fits perfect. There we go. Not quite as bad as the lantern at all. And something is not lining up. I'm thinking now, oh, guys, you know, the struggle is real. When you get these things and you're trying to put them together, that big one has to go in the middle. It has to. So, try that. Let's see if I can poke that down. poke that down. All right, so I guess we poke them down before we slide these babies over. All right, yeah, let's see. Slide that one. My granddaughter's gonna steal this one. I already can tell. Her whole room is galaxy. All right, so that's all the, no, that's not all the way over. Ah, that's what I have to trim. There we go. All right. Now that's all the way over. So we'll poke this one in. So I had it right. I just kind of was missing a little bit of a step. There we go. And you know, of course, when these are hard, it will make it so much easier. But yeah, look, guys, that is really, really cool. Wow, I impressed myself, which is hard to do sometimes. So if I'm not going to do the whole thing because I know this video is long enough, but and then I'll take it apart and I'll set it flat. But I just wanted you guys to see, let's see, that's a flat tip and that's a thick tip. So I don't know what a flat tip is. So that might actually, I didn't realize I knew there was 3 different tips, but I didn't take the time to actually read what they were. So the flat tip might have worked better for what I was doing. Oh yeah, that would have worked so much better for what I was doing. All right. Come on. Come on. So I guess what I'm going to end up doing is priming all of these so that when I do need them, they are primed and ready to go. All right, so I will just kind of go over the gold just to give it that little bit more finished look. So yeah, that is going to be gorgeous. Alrighty, guys, I will get some pictures. There are a few little tiny bubbles, but I am not even worried about those. I'm impressed. This came out way better than I thought it was going to. Alrighty, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one.